Latest images coming in on day 8 of the invasion of Ukraine. An oil depot on fire after being hit during shelling earlier today. This is in Chernihiv. This is a city in northern Ukraine. The newest images that are coming in now of shelling that has set an oil depot on fire in the city of Chernihiv. This is where Russian shelling has apparently taken place, and it has just hit an oil depot. A huge plume of thick black smoke, a lot of fire as well. Energy reserves have been targeted over 8 days. 8 days in this in Ukraine, and these are the latest images that we're getting right now. Big escalation on day 8. There is a concerted effort that is apparently being made to cripple Ukraine's communication hubs, its energy facilities, as well as possible electricity and other civil supplies in its major cities. Is that really happening? Is not clear just yet. We have with us live from Kyiv this morning Sviatoslav Yurash. He's Ukraine's youngest member of parliament. He's 26 years old. Yurash, thank you very much for being with India today. You know, we've seen claims and counterclaims about the city of Kherson in the south falling to Russian hands. They are being denied by the Ukrainian, the mayor of Kherson right now. Any light you can throw on that, Yurash, on the status as far as Kherson is concerned? We've also got images of an oil depot that has been attacked in the city of Chernihiv.
But as far as the situation, I'll tell you the story of Kherson right now is a story of many cities in Ukraine. It has been, it seems to be lost, but we have lost cities and taken them back time and time again throughout these 8 days. So I'm sure that as far as Kherson is concerned, together with local populace, we shall mount a comeback there. As far as the shelling of Russians of various strategic points and civilian targets, that is happening indiscriminately everywhere. In Kyiv, in Chernihiv, in Sumy, in Kherson, all across the front lines, Russians are hitting targets. Not just that, but in my part of the country, the west of Ukraine, where the front line is very far away, Russians are landing troops. Russians are trying to shoot cruise missiles into the area. So the point is, this is a full-scale invasion, a full-scale war Russia's trying to mount. And the point is, it won't be allowed to do so because, again, Ukraine is determined to keep its country independent. And we are doing everything possible from every single angle, and we shall win.
What is the current situation in Kyiv, Yurash? We do know that that military convoy of Russia has stopped about 30 to 40 kilometers outside the city, or about 25 kilometers outside the city. What's the latest on that front? Is it all quiet outside? There was a missile attack in your city late last night near the railway station.
The reality is it's different. The point here is that as far as Kyiv is concerned, we have beaten back their incursions in the city. We have destroyed their saboteur groups. I personally was in a shootout in an area not far away from where I sit now. The reality is we've taken control of the situation. We've set up checkpoints to stop the flow of Russian saboteurs and agents in the city. They keep sending continuously. That's first. Second, we are trying to keep supply lines open. So for that reason, we are trying to beat back various towns in the west of Kyiv, and we are successfully doing so. We have beaten several yesterday. We will be getting some more today.
Okay, more. There was some yesterday, and there will be more today. On the situation in Kharkiv, my final question, Yurash, is the situation in Kharkiv. You know, we just saw a live report from there. The city is still apparently in Ukrainian control, but it is being attacked pretty aggressively and repeatedly. A school was attacked earlier today. A lot of attacks have been happening over the last 72 hours. What do you think is going to happen in Kharkiv?
That's a pleasure of being near the Russian border. Kharkiv is very near the Russian border, and they can shell the city with artillery. They are shelling the city. They are shelling residential quarters. They are shelling universities. They are shelling everything they can get their hands on, because the city of Kharkiv is not giving up. Because again, Ukraine is one of Ukraine's largest cities, and it will fight till the very last. As every city in Ukraine is putting up this and that defense, Kharkiv is doing the same. And it has not been, and it will not be a cakewalk for the Russians, as they are finding out. So that's why they are shelling indiscriminately, thinking they can just get away with it. But hopefully, India will help the world as well to try and show that such actions cannot just be done without consequence.
One final question to you. The invasion is on its second week now. What do you think Putin is going to try and achieve now? He's under a lot of pressure already, Yurash. There is a perspective that with each passing day, he will try and demonstrate that he has been able to achieve something militarily on the ground in Ukraine. Kherson, you're saying, may not have fallen. It's shifting hands right now. What do you think the next big thing could be? Could it be an attempt to take over Kharkiv? Could it be an assault on Kyiv?
There's an attempt to take over everything. The point is, Kharkiv advances are happening every single day. We've burned and destroyed several tank columns there. Russian soldiers trying to take Kharkiv. And the point is that it will continue, again, until some extraordinary actions are taken together by the world to stop Putin from realizing his madness of taking over and destroying the biggest country in Europe that Ukraine is. The point here is that those assaults happening every day on every front line. There was huge assault on the port city of Mariupol yesterday as well. Again, we've beaten that back too. The point here is that, again, Putin shall continue pushing everywhere as he does right now until we, as a world community, stop him.
Sviatoslav Yurash, thank you very much. Stay safe. We'll keep connecting back with you. It's a story that we're going to cover consistently here on India Today. Thanks very much for giving us your perspective. Ukraine's youngest MP speaking exclusively, as always, to us here on India Today.